Greetings in the matchless name of Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And we are in the chapter 14 of the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus, we are learning about how each chapter is talking about the redemptive work of Jesus Christ. He redeemed us. He redeemed us from the bondage of sin, and He sanctified us, and by Him we are being set apart for the Lord. Now we are coming into chapter 14. In chapter 14, the 31 verses of chapter 14 can be divided into two parts. The first part is talking about the pursuit of Pharaoh. Pharaoh left the people, they came out, and they are on their way, they are going towards their promised land. And now Pharaoh is coming after them. Pharaoh is chasing them. He wants to brought back the people of Israel again into Egypt. Again, he wants to make them as slaves for them. So, first 14 verses, we read Pharaoh's pursuit and at the same time the response of the people of Israel. When they saw Pharaoh chasing them, coming after them, coming behind them, the Israelites were terrified. They came to the Lord and they started crying, "Why you brought us? Moses, why you brought us into the wilderness? Don't you think that we have cemeteries in the land of Egypt? We would have died there and we have buried there. Why you brought us here into the wilderness?" So the first 14 verses, we read the pursuit of Pharaoh and then the Israel response for that one. And from verse 15 onwards, the 15 till the last verse 31, we read about Red Sea, Israel's crossing, and Egyptians drowning in the Red Sea water. Verse 15 to 31, we read Israelites have crossed the Red Sea on the dry ground, dry land, whereas the people of Egypt, they got drowned in the water. So all these things we know from the very beginning of our Christian life. The partition of the Red Sea and the people of Israel crossing over it, and then the Israelites following them when they come into the middle of the Red Sea. God again telling to Moses to stretch out the hand for the water to come close. And when the two parts of the water, and when they come close to one another, or when they merge together, the people of Israel, Pharaoh and all his horses and horsemen, all the soldiers, they drowned into the water and they died. So that was a story that we always read in chapter 14. But I would like to put the name to the chapter 14 as confusion. Confusion. In the first 14 verses, when we see Egyptians, Pharaoh and his soldiers, they thought Israelites were confused. They confused of their way. They confused of their God. They confused of their redemption. That is what the Pharaoh and Egyptians, so they thought when the people of Israel are wandering or going in the direction which supposed not to be towards the promised land, the Canaan, because the way to the Canaan is on the north, and the straight away they can go. Whereas in that chapter we read that God did not lead them on the straight way; He led them to another way, to the longer way. And the reason also we read in that chapter that they are where they don't know the war. So if God leads them straight away towards through the houses or the countries of the Israel, I mean the Jebusites, these are all when He leads them, since they don't. So God led them in the longer way. So the Egyptians, when they looked at it, they thought the people of Israel are confused. And even when we read in chapter 14, verse 2, there are three different places. The names of the places we read there, they are: tell the people of Israel to turn back and encamp in front of Pihahiroth, between Migdal and the sea, in front of Baal Zephon. You shall encamp over against it by the sea. For Pharaoh will save the people of Israel, they are entangled in the land. We read three places here: Pihahiroth, Migdal, and Baal Zephon. These three places have three different meanings. Why the people of Egypt or the Pharaoh thought the people of Israel are being confused is because of the encampment they have in between these three places. When we read about the Pihahiroth, 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 the meaning of Pihahiroth in Hebrew is the mouth of Hiroth, or the mouth of hollow, or the mouth of holes, in a way to say. So Pihahiroth means the mouth of holes. People of Israel are encamped in front of the mouth of holes. That means if they step ahead, they will slip down, they will fall into it. The mouth is wide open in front of them, the holes are wide open. The place, the meaning of the place is such a way that if they step in there, they will be sunken. That is one place, Pihahiroth. The meaning of it is the mouth of Hiroth, or the mouth of hollows, or the mouth of holes. The second place we read there is Baal Zephon. Baal Zephon. The meaning of Baal Zephon in Hebrew is Lord of the hidden things. Lord of the hidden things, or the Lord of the north, or the Lord of the darkness. The Lord of the darkness. So one way Pihahiroth is there, so it is a place of holes. Another way is Baal Zephon, it is the place of darkness. If they go there, they will sink into the holes, they will fall into the holes. If they go there this way, they will go into the darkness. And they encamped between Migdal and the sea. The Red Sea is in front of them and Migdal is behind them. So Migdal, the meaning of Migdal is elevated place, or a stage, or a tower. A tower. So now the people of Israel, the three ways when we look at, one way it is the place of holes, another way is the Lord of darkness, and one way is the tower. So there is no place for them to escape, and the next way is, the fourth way is the sea, the Red Sea. So there is no escape. So The Egyptians thought that the people of Israel are in confusion. They know no way to go. But when we read further, when we come into chapter 14, verse 24, where it is read that, and in the morning watch, the Lord in the pillar of the fire and of a cloud looked down upon the host of the Egyptians and discomfited the host of the Egyptians. In another translation, it is written that they are confused. First of all, Egyptians thought that Israelites were confused. Now, when the people of Israel, they crossed over the Red Sea, they crossed on the dry land of the Red Sea, and after that, when the Pharaoh and his soldiers are following them, when they came into the middle of the Sea of Red Sea, then what happened is their horses started sinking, their chariots started stucking or get stuck on the seabed. So now they are in confusion. Now they got confused where to go, because now both ways, on both the sides, they can see only the water. Now they got confused. And when we read there, looked down upon the host of the Egyptians, and in the morning watch, when the day breaks, now the darkness has gone, now the daybreak is going to happen. At that time, they are in confuse, and after that we read, God is telling to Moses to stretch out his hand with the rod, and the water got merged, and all the Egyptians died. So the confusion, what they thought the people of Israel confused, but whereas God made the Egyptians to get confused and get sunk into the water of Red Sea. So what we can read, what we can understand from the chapter 14 is that never get confused. Never to get into the confusion, because we are not to get confused. Our way is way clear. God has made our way clear. We no need to get confused in anything. Jesus Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He is the clear way. Nothing to be confused in Him. There is no confusion in Him. Everything is crystal clear. So, even in your life, are you got confused? Come into the presence of the Lord. His way is clear. He will take away your confusion. Because confusion is not from God. God never confuses you. You get confused sometimes, maybe because of the troubles that you are facing, or because of the things happening in your life. You may get confusion, you may be confused, but come into the way, the clear way of Jesus Christ. He will take away all the confusions in your heart, in your ways, and He will make your way clear and straight. So, in this chapter, we read how God can provide the way in the midst of darkness, in the midst of holes, in the midst of towers. He will give the way. He will provide the way. The way is Jesus Christ. He is the way. So, come into this way, This way will always lead you into the next point of your life. This will always lead you into the promised land. This way will definitely lead you into the juncture where you're supposed to live. It will take you to your desired place of heaven. So coming to this way, don't get confused of different ways in the world. Coming to the real way of Jesus Christ, He will lead you to heaven. God bless you all.